Hello everybody, this is Srikanth Dasari. So in this lesson, we are going to introduce ourselves to the concept of dynamic memory allocation in C. Okay, so basically we have arrays concept in C which is used to store a similar type of elements under a single name. Okay, so, but there are some serious drawbacks when you are using the concept of arrays because the size of an array is of fixed size. Okay, so you cannot change the size in runtime. Okay, so if you keeping that in mind, if you allocate more number of elements, or if you define the size greater than the required ones, and you may end up in wasting the memory space. Okay, so if you need just 20 elements, and you might think that your array might grow in the future, and with that sense, if you allocate the size of an array as 100, then the remaining the rest of the spaces or the rest of the memory allocated might be wasted. Okay, to overcome all these problems, we can make use of dynamic memory allocation concept, which has two main functions. So one is malloc. Okay, so one is malloc, so which is very familiar. Okay, and another one is free. Okay, so with the help of these two functions here, so we can make use of, we can create an array dynamically, and we can store some elements. Okay, so for that purpose, let me add all the basic features like header files. So in CSVA.h. Okay, so and then we have our Chrono.h header file, and then let's say int main. Since we are saying int main, we need to return 0. Okay, so to start off with, first we need to take an element or data item known as size, and then we need a pointer of integer. Okay, so here we are creating an dynamic integer array. So for that reason, we have taken an integer pointer and a size, a variable size, to know the size in the runtime. Okay, so whatever the size you are going to give as input, that is what it is going to take as the size of the array. So that we are going to achieve with the help of malloc function, which is used to allocate that many bytes of memory of the size of the array. Okay, with regard to the size of the array. So first let us have a message here. So let us say that printf /n/t enter the size of the array, or enter the required size. Let's say, let's be more specific about our the messages here. Required size of an array. Okay, so whatever the size gets required, so we get just that many number of elements here. Okay, so size is what we have scanned here. Okay, so based on this size, this length, we allocate just that many bytes of memory, and we make it to and make we build an array. Here we are going to build an array dynamically in the runtime. Okay, so that's the reason the malloc function or dynamic memory allocation is also known as a runtime memory allocation. Okay, so in other words, okay, so now making use of our pointer, which we're going to convert into an array. So we need to say cast the malloc function with integer pointer, since we are using to win. So we are trying to build an array dynamically of type integer. So that's the reason we need to cast the malloc function with the integer pointer here. Okay, and then we have this syntax of n times the size of int. Okay, so size of int might vary depending upon the compiler and architecture you are using. So here we are on our Visual Studio 2005 Express, which gives the size of an integer as 4 bytes. So if you are doing the same program in Turbo C or something like that, you get the size of an integer as 2 bytes. Okay. So now we have allocated a chunk of memory using this statement here. Okay, so now our pointer gets allocated of that many bytes of memory or address locations of whatever the size we have given for the array. Okay, so now so with the help of the for loop here, so what we're going to do is we are going to scan that many number of elements, so I less than size and I plus plus. Before that, let's say put a small message here saying that slash and slash t enter the elements, or you can say percentage d elements. Okay, so just for our so all these messages are just for understanding purpose. So percentage d counts here, so you can say size plus 1 since okay, it's not necessary. Okay, so size. Okay, so percentage d elements of this much size. Okay, so now what we are going to do is inside the for loop we make use of scanf statement. So in order to just to scan the number of elements and store them in the array which has been now created dynamically using the malloc function. Okay, so here our the pointer turns into an array dynamically because it has that many locations of addresses, that much size with that much size in bytes. Okay, and then we have just scanned elements to just run and see the program. So until now everything goes well. I think we have an we just made a small mistake here. It needs to be the size or the number of max size here. Okay, so if I run the program again, we have an error. Okay, so the malloc function has a typical header file in our C, which is stdlib.h. Okay, so actually this is since this is a C++ compiler and we have saved the program in .cpp, so we need to be very specific about the header files which we are going to use in order that to make the C program work correctly here. Okay, so if we run the program now, if everything goes fine, even though with the warnings, so it asks for us just for the size of an array. So if I increase the font size here a bit, be more specific. If I say 5, it allows me to enter 5 elements, but something has gone wrong here for some reason. Okay, because of my antivirus, it allows me to enter 5 elements. Okay, so we're done with. Now let's have another printf statement here. Slash and slash t the entered elements. Let's have a small message here too. So the entered elements. Again, let's take a for loop here. Okay, we've taken a variable less than, so that many elements, we are just going to print it in a particular format here. Okay, so I plus plus, and then we have the printf statement. So printf, so ptr is the name of our array. So let's use this kind of syntax which is more familiar. Okay, so percentage d comma ptr of I comma I. Okay, so you have just used this type of we are trying to print the elements in that array notation form, starting from the index 0 to the n-1, so size -1, the maximum element which is going to be. Okay, so on the program again it has gone wrong somewhere. It says that maybe it's problem of declare. Let's put it just a second. Let's take this as globally. So if everything goes well, let me increase the size of our font here a bit. Okay, so here we have so again I'm taking a 5. It asks me or allows me to enter 5 elements. Okay, 5, 5, 4. Okay, So we haven't used the getch. Okay, so that's the reason it's skipping off. Okay, let me put the getch, which we are very familiar. Let me run the program once again. 5 elements. So 99, 88, 77, 66, 55. Well, here we are. It has got some array wrong here. Okay, so you just skip the variables here. Okay, it should be in the reverse order actually. So ptr of I. Okay, so now if you run the program, just a second, I'm just closing. I haven't used the slash in here. Okay, it's quite a bit confusing without the slash in there. Okay, so 5. Let me add a keep it simple. I'm just adding 5 elements here. So here we are. So ptr of 0, the 0th location, the 5 goes, and the first location of the array, since the index of an array starts with 0. Okay, so normally, so let me do it once again. So run the program. So 5, it asks me to enter the 5 elements, 88, 77, 66, 55. Okay, so here we are. So all the elements, 5 elements I have entered. Just array gets created of 5 elements here with when you have used in the program, you can create dynamically an array. So whatever the size you give, not only 5. Okay, so if you run the program for one more time, if you give 7, it allows you, asks you to enter 7 elements. Ask you to enter 7 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So whatever the numbers you got entered, whatever the numbers you just entered gets stored in the array of size 7, which we have created dynamically using this malloc function here. Okay, so this is about the basic stuff about the memory allocation in C. Using pointers and malloc function and so on and so forth. If we summarize the program once again, let me just format the source. Okay, so if we summarize the program once again, so here our intention is to create an array dynamically. Okay, so here our intention is to create the array dynamically. Let's put a comment here. So here you are doing that task, creating an array dynamically. Okay, using a malloc here. Okay, so this section of code does that task actually. So it creates an array dynamically using the malloc function of the size of whatever the elements you have mentioned here. Okay, so with the help of for loops, just you have scanned that many number of elements and stored in the array, and with the help of another for loop, and you have retrieved the elements whatever you have stored in the array. So hope this tutorial helps you. So put your valuable feedback in the form of comments. Okay, so see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.